I was gonna do some cute hair and makeup for today's video, but obviously that did not happen. So we're just gonna get right into it. What's up everyone, it's Liv. Today I am here with a February TBR hopeful video. I'm gonna start calling them hopefuls because I didn't get to the majority of my TBR from January. I am a mood reader at my core, so I don't know who I thought I was making a TBR. I'm gonna call them hopefuls, the books I will reach for and hopefully get to, but if I'm not in the mood for it, I am not gonna force myself to read it because it's just gonna skew my perception of the actual story. I feel like when I make myself read books because they're on my TBR or for whatever reason, I end up not liking them if I'm not in the mood for them. And I would rather not skew my perspective on a book that I could possibly love if I read it when I was in the mood because I read it because it was on my TBR and I had to. Yeah, so this is my TBR hopeful video, so make sure you have something to sip on. Get cozy and let's get right on into this video. So for February already, I have a book club book that I have to read. We are reading How to Catch a Queen. I'll put it right here. How to Catch a Queen by Alyssa Cole. That's our book club book this month. And then I have 2 arcs that I have to get through. I'm reading Of Fates in Ruin by Elia Wells and The Bounty of Blood and Nails by N.K. Brown. So I have those 2 arcs to get to as well. So I already have those 3 books that are spoken for, so I'm only gonna pick 5 more. Okay, for February's hopefuls, I've wrapped 14 books because Valentine's Day is on the 14th of February, and then I've labeled them all 1 through 14 with these cute little bears. I just show them because I made them and I was very proud of them. I'm going to spin the wheel of names, and whatever number it lands on will be the book that I open and add to the TBR hopeful list. Okay, let's just get right into it. That's crazy. Okay, number 14. Okay, here is book 14. So I'm just gonna open it. I forgot I wrapped this one. Okay. My dog has decided to bark. I apologize. Okay. I have got Butcher and Blackbird as the first book for the hopefuls for February. Okay, and I'm not going to read the summary for this one because I do have a full-time job, and if you are interested in what this is about, you can look this one up. Since I got 14, I just went ahead and removed it, so it's not even an option, and we'll see what we get next. Let's see. Big numbers. Okay, I got number 11. Let's see. Another one I really am like, I'm excited for this one. Oh, okay. This is gonna force me to read this, I think, because I've wanted to read this one for a very long time and I just never get around to picking it up, but it's happening. Okay. I got Mile High by Liz Tomforty, and it's the first book in the Windy City series. It says, Xanders, Chicago hockey isn't complete without me, everyone's favorite player to hate. I know my role and I play it well. In fact, I thoroughly enjoy spending the majority of my game time in the penalty box before leaving the arena with a new girl on my arm each night. What I don't like is the new flight attendant on our team's private plane. She works for me, not the other way around, but I'll be sure to remind her of that, and I can guarantee by the end of the season she'll be begging to quit her job. But every road trip blurs the lines, and I can't quite figure out if I keep pushing that flight attendant call button in order to push her buttons or if it's more than that. Stevie, I've been a flight attendant for years. I thought I'd see it all, but when Oh, okay. I thought I'd see it all, but when my new job lands me on board working for the most egotistical and self-righteous diva in the NHL, I start to second guess everything, including the promise I made to myself of never hooking up with an athlete again, no matter how annoyingly tempting he may be. Evan Zanders is unfiltered, unapologetic, and too attractive for his own good. He loves his image, but I hate everything about it. Everything but him. So yeah. Mile High is getting added to the hopeful TBR list. I will spin again. Ooh, I got number 4. Let's see. Ooh. I should have been careful with the tape, but oh well, you live and you learn. Okay, I got Violet Thistleway is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Kremfoltz. Guy Shadowfade is dead, and after a lifetime as the Dark Sorcerer's right hand, Violet Thistleway is determined to start over, not as the fearsome Thorn Witch, but as someone kind, someone better, someone good. Quaint town of Dragon's Rest, Violet decides, will be her second chance. She'll set down roots, open a flower shop, keep her sentient, mildly homicidal houseplant in check, and prune dark magic from the twisted bows of her life. Violet's vibrant bouquets and cheerful enchantments soon charm the welcoming. Oh my gosh. Violet's vibrant bouquets and cheerful enchantments soon charm the welcoming townsfolk, though nothing seems to impress the prickly yet dashingly handsome Nathaniel Marsh, an alchemist sharing her greenhouse. With a struggling business and his own second chance seemingly out of reach, Nathaniel has no time for flowers or frippery, and certainly none for the intriguing witch next door. When a mysterious blight endangers every living plant in Dragon's Rest, Violet and Nathaniel must work together through their fears, pasts, and growing feelings for each other to save their community. With a figure from her previous life knocking at her door and secrets threatening to uproot everything she's worked so hard to grow, Violet can't help but wonder, does a former villain truly deserve a happily ever after? Okay, so this one is getting on the TBR. I'm excited for this one. I kind of like little romantic-y kind of situation with some witch romance going on, so excited to add this to the mix. I just realized that I've been spinning the wheel without sound, so I turned it on, but I'm gonna spin it again. Let's see. Number 7. I could tell already what it was by the cover. Okay, I've been needing to read this, so it's time. And when I say that, I'm like, I need to read it, but I'm not gonna force myself. So if I'm not in the mood for it when it comes around, I'm not gonna do it. But I got yours truly. One says, Dr. Brianna Ortiz's life is seriously flatlining. Her divorce is just about finalized. Her brother's running out of time to find a kidney donor, and that promotion she wants, oh, that's probably going to the new man doctor who's already registering 80-7 on Brianna's pain in my ass scale. But just when all systems are set to hate, Dr. Jacob Maddox completely flips the game by sending Brianna a letter. And it's a really good letter, like the kind that proves that Jacob isn't actually Satan. He might be this fantastically funny and subversively likable guy who's terrible at first impressions, because suddenly he and Bri are exchanging letters, sharing lunch dates in her sob closet, and discussing the merits of freakishly tiny horses. But when Jacob decides to give Brianna the best gift imaginable, a kidney for her brother, she wonders just how she can resist this quietly sexy new doctor, especially when he calls in a favor she can't refuse. I'm gonna add this to the hopeful list. I'm excited for this one. Okay, I know I said 5, but I think I'm gonna do 6 because I think I'll be more likely to read off my TBR if it's a little bit longer. That's me being hopeful, but we'll see. Also, you can't see it, but I have my cute little Taryn, Andarna, and Sigil shirt on and loving it. Anyway, I will just spin the next one. Okay, I got number 8. Okay, let's see. Ooh, a fantasy. That's exciting. Okay, I got One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This one says, Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient, mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her. He keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it, except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. I'm excited. Finally have like a little romantasy on, well, I guess like I have romantasies on my ARC list, but I'm excited to like have a romantasy in this little bunch. Okay, now I'm gonna spin for the last one. Ooh. 13. Ooh. Okay. I'm being very careful with the tape because I don't want to rip another book. Okay. I got Twisted Love by Anna Wong. This is the first in the Twisted series, and it says Alex Volkov is a devil blessed with the face of an angel and cursed with a past he can't escape. Driven by a tragedy that has haunted him for most of his life, his ruthless pursuits for success and vengeance leave little room for matters of the heart. But when he's forced to look after his best friend's sister, he starts to feel something in his chest. A crack, a melt, a fire that could end his world as he knew it. Ava Chen is a free spirit trapped by nightmares of a childhood she can't remember. But despite her broken past, she's never stopped seeing the beauty in the world, including the heart beneath the icy exterior of a man she shouldn't want. Her brother's best friend, her neighbor, her savior, and her downfall. Theirs is a love that was never supposed to happen, but when it does, it unleashes secrets that could destroy them both and everything they hold dear. Okay, that is the last one. Okay, so to wrap up, I'll just go over the hopeful TBR list. Doesn't mean I'll read them all because, again, I don't want to ruin these for myself if I'm not in the mood for them, but there are my hopefuls for the month. So we got Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, Violet Thistlethwaite is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Krempholtz, Mile High by Liz Tomforty, Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and Twisted Love by Anna Wong. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you're at this point in the video, because that means you stayed for the whole video pretty much, and that means so much to me. I hope you guys are having a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!